South Yorkshire referee Howard Webb and his two assistants are the Premier League's representatives who'll be officiating in Austria and Switzerland. Webb has enjoyed a swift rise to the top in the refereeing bear pit.
It's a pressure world, it's something we have to cope with. I've never actually been faced with a 6-foot bear before on the field of play, but week in, week out on the Premier League and obviously in international football as well, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of things at stake, and you know, we have to rise to the occasion every time we cross the white line.
I think many England fans will remember the World Cup. Graham Poll, the 3 yellow cards.
He's been dishing out cards like confetti. Nightmare for Graham Poll.
Are people saying, here's another English official, are we going to get another Graham Poll?
I don't think so. I mean, obviously, you know, you don't want to make mistakes in big games, and everybody within the refereeing fraternity obviously felt for Graham with what happened. But you know, it's something that we just need to make sure we work hard and concentrate and focus to avoid anything like that happening.
How did you get into refereeing?
I've been a referee nearly 20 years now. I never wanted to be a referee when I was a young lad. I wanted to be a player. When I realised that I wasn't going to reach the heights that I'd hoped for as a player. In my late teens, my dad, who was a referee, encouraged me to take up the whistle. And once I started, I found that I got quite a lot of satisfaction from refereeing. Was okay at it, got pushed along, got mentored well as a young lad. And before I knew it, I was on the road to promotion.
The Euro's coming up, and I guess that would be the peak of your career so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I started out, I never realised that this sort of thing would be available, but to be selected for this year's European Championships in Austria and Switzerland is an absolute honour. It really is, you know, to be able to go out there and represent England and English refereeing as well is a fantastic momentous occasion for me.
You're part of a team of yourself as the referee and 2 assistants. How does it work between the 3 of you?
Yeah, I've got an excellent team going with me to the Euros. I've got Darren Cann and Mike Malarkey and my colleagues who will be the 2 assistant referees, 2 of the most experienced assistant referees in England. And they're really talented at what they do, and I'm delighted that they're with me. We've worked together exclusively on the Premier League for the last 5 or 6 months, and as a result of doing that, we've become almost telepathic in the way that we work.
There is a scenario where you could arrive in Zurich and have to hang around for a few days waiting for your game to come up.
Yeah, I think I'd like to get a game sooner rather than later, and we've known about this appointment now for 6 months, so I'm really raring to go and can't wait to get out there and get the first whistle blown. So yeah, the sooner the game comes along, the better. But we may have to be patient.
Howard Webb, top-notch referee again today.
I think everyone who's an England football fan will remember Euro '96.
Yeah, I've got really vivid memories of Euro '96. I was involved in policing the games at Sheffield Wednesday's ground at Hillsborough, and I can vividly remember mixing with the Danish fans and the Croatian fans that were over for the tournament, and the weather was fantastic, and we had a really good few weeks there. We really did, and it gave me a real insight into what this tournament means for the supporters from other countries. Do
you dare to imagine yourself refereeing the final?
Of course I do, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is the ultimate ambition, to referee a major tournament final. Whether it'll be in Euro 2008, who knows? All I can say is that I'll go out there and do my very best to make it a possibility.
Yeah, big summer for Howard Webb. Right choice in your eyes to go there, Garth?
Yep, I think he's a very good referee. I think he's one of the few referees that I've come across that's keen to know other people's views. He's got strong views of his own, but he's quite keen to galvanise those other views as well.
He's going to be under a lot of pressure, as we saw from Graham Poll last time round.
Sure, I was at that game for the BBC, for television. Yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, it shows you what pressure can do, because at the time, obviously, Graham was the best referee in this country and got his place deservedly so. But Howard is good. Howard he's very fit, very strong, and he's cool under pressure. I've seen him diffuse situations. He takes control, and he seems to, I think maybe his police background helps, you know, he remains cool under pressure, can make those decisions, and that's what it's about. But for him, he's stepping up to another level now, where the scrutiny is even more, and he's got to rise to that.
Is there anything you'd like to see the referees clamp down on, particularly in this tournament?
Well, I think it could continue the theme of dissent, because there's no need for it. And it's very simple, the laws are there, and get rid of it. And I think it sends out a good message right across the board to kids watching that it's unacceptable.
And obviously the diving.
Yeah, sure. Well, as co-hosts